Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today while I'm doing this spread. This spread, for this spread, yeah, I wanted to cover up the horrible watercolor attempt I had made, and so I wanted to collage over it with some vintage papers. And here I'm just deciding which papers to put on. And the theme for today's spread was chosen because one of my wonderful friends, Farine, she sent me something from her app. So she has this app called Daily Om, and it's a meditation app. And I don't have this app, but she sent me this basically the entry for that day, which was about creative anxiety. And this was a basically a or it was themed because they, I think, are trying to sell a course for overcoming creative anxiety, which I don't think I'm going to take, but I did think the topic was very interesting, and I decided to ask myself some questions about creative anxiety. And so these questions are what I end up putting on the tag, which you see me having right there. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that later, but first I just wanted to say that so I'm backing the tag here with the cardstock just because I didn't want it to be so flimsy. And then I am sewing the edges with my sewing machine, and one of my viewers had asked if I could show the setup of my sewing machine because I said I recently moved it to this IKEA trolley, and I'm loving it because I can just have it wherever I'm working and don't have to like pack it out and pack it back in a box or something. So this is really great, and this is not my idea. This is from Mrs. Cogs, one of her YouTube videos. She was showing this, and all she did was she turned the top basket around so that it has a flat surface on top, and she put the sewing machine there, and I love it so much. And yeah, so that's what I did here, and that's what I wanted to show. But it is a bit unsturdy, so if you sew bigger pieces, then please do be careful so the whole thing doesn't come crashing down. Wouldn't be so good. So now I'm just adding some eyelash trim just to kind of make the tag look more complete. And then I'm going to cut those off and tape that down on my page. And yeah, and then I'm gonna add some washi, of course. Yeah, and this is washi actually that I had. This is my newest washi. I haven't used it before, but it is so cute. I love it so much with these little whimsical hearts. Both of these, and I just had to include them in this spread. And now going back to what I'm journaling about later on is so the creative anxiety. So the questions that were in this post that she sent me and that I wanted to ask myself was, am I creating less often than I would like? Am I avoiding my creative work? Do I procrastinate? Do I resist getting to my work or marketing my work? Do I have trouble deciding which creative project to tackle? Do I find completing work hard? So I asked myself these questions, and I think it's really good to have it here in the journal so that maybe looking through it I will ask myself again. And my first instinct was, no, you know, I'm doing these spreads almost every day, and I'm journaling and stuff. But then I realized that's not true, because by doing these spreads, in which I feel very comfortable, I am procrastinating the other project I was actually supposed to have started a few weeks ago, which is making a special traveler's notebook junk journal, and I'm not quite sure how to do it, so I have been procrastinating. So yes, I'm guilty of creative anxiety. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you. Take care. Bye.